Okay, Allie, we have so many residents in our program. It's really excited, our Brain Ops group program. So this video is for the program directors out there who are working so hard, taking care of these big groups of our future doctors. So we have to take really good care of them. Well, what they've been saying lately in the program is this is where they need a lot of help with nutrition and sleep and exercise. So today, let's talk about sleep. Like, how can really busy people who work swing shifts, which actually a lot of people do, right? So how
Yeah.
can we help them today? What can they start today to honor that their brain needs that beautiful sleep?
Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about that because I think the combination of life coach, neuro, brain doctor, we really bring so much of both to the table. And so I'll get into a couple ideas of things they can implement right now. And then you can give the research on why this matters so much, which is what we found this combination to be so powerful because especially residents, people are focused on science. They want that data, they want that information, and they also want to apply it to themselves. So I love that this is really coming up for our active students who are in this course and our residents who are taking this program. And so when it comes to sleep, I think the first thing to do is like really honor yourself and where you are in this season, in this moment in your life. And with residents, we know that their schedule is changing every single month. We know that it can change week to week, it can change day to day. And of course, it's not like a regular 8 to 5, 9 to 5 job. So having that just first pause to recognize that they are already working against so many things when it comes to sleep. They're working against the way the world is set up for them, right? It's not set up. And again, this applies to nurses and this applies to everyone working that night shift hour. So when you are in like a weird sleep schedule, or even if you're in a regular sleep schedule, the first thing to do is really become super aware of what you are doing right now or what is required of you right now. And taking it down to like either the day or ideally like the week or the month, not looking at like the next 3 months or the next 6 months or forever. Our brain often wants to take us to like, how am I going to do this like forever? And it's like, no, no, no. How are you going to do this today? How are you going to do this tomorrow? How are you going to do this next week? So really creating that awareness, like, what do I need? What is possible for me to start there? So you're not, it's, going to sleep at 9:30 or 10:30 or 11 o'clock is obviously not you're not able to do that with your current schedule. Then when can you find those pockets of sleep? That's the first thing to do. So start to map out like, when can I find the pockets of sleep? If sleep at night is possible for you, then starting to bring the awareness of like, what time are you going to bed? Are you typically, laying down to go to bed, but then you turn on Netflix and you're finding yourself kind of down this black hole and all of a sudden it's 11:30 and you were going to try to go to bed at 10:15. So if that's the case, starting to bring that awareness to like what you're doing right now is going to be hugely helpful when it comes to sleep. Then noticing like, what is your environment that you are set up in? And I know there's so much research on this, so I'm going to let you share that. But what is your environment that you are setting yourself up for? Are you falling asleep with the TV on? Are you falling asleep with your phone in your hand? Are the lights on? Did you actually put yourself in that evening routine where you brushed your teeth and you washed your face and you signaled to your body that it's time to go to sleep? Again, the first step is going to be that awareness on like, what are you actually doing? And then for right now, just starting to recognize like, when is the sleep going to happen? So what am I actually doing? Am I taking advantage of the time I do have to maximize that sleep? And then secondly, am I creating a wind down routine in my environment and in my body? And I mean, we could go on and on with different tips, and we do in our program. But at this point, I just want to give you those two things because I think with some awareness and then some intention behind it, it can really start to shift the sleep for our residents or for anyone who's really struggling with that routine. And this matches the research completely because what we know is that our brain loves these two things, right? It loves that awareness and it loves that environment. So I think that it's huge to talk about like how much that actually matters. It's not just like, oh, you should do this. It's cute. It's like, no, this is way beyond that, right? So yeah, Mary, share with us that information.
Yeah, I mean, I think sleep, I love, when reading about sleep, it is so important. It's not like cute or a minor thing. It's like hugely important. You know why? Because it affects our emotional regulation. It affects our thinking, our higher level thinking, and it affects our physical recovery. So, if you didn't have a good night's sleep, you know how it is if you're in a meeting and you're like, I can't think of that word, I can't even concentrate, or you just feel horrible, or you feel achy after a night call or something because you're exhausted. The body needs that time. And honestly, if you listen to enough sleep research, researchers, they have no idea why we sleep, but so much happens when we sleep and the body absolutely needs it. I mean, it's totally bizarre that, the brain kind of shuts down, uses all these different brain parts like an orchestra to calm us down, to paralyze us, to change our breathing, change our heart rate. And if we don't have it, I mean, we're different people, right? So making it a priority according to what your current module, your schedule is that you're on right now. So, and make sure you're using light, because light tells your brain this is morning. So if you have to get in the hospital early and round, it's okay to, when you have a minute, go outside and get some light as much as you can. That tells your body like this is day, so that it will be tired later. So there's a lot of cues, but just make sure to prioritize the sleep. It's incredibly important, and we get it from our residents that this is really a priority for them. And we understand why, because it's vital for life, honestly, to really sleep well. So you got this, and program directors out there, keep going strong and just share all this information with your residents. Our healthcare support course, our resiliency course for residents and nurses and healthcare workers is open, and we have over 100 people in it right now. So jump in. It's just really exciting to see, to see them flourish and to share, just daily tips that are very actionable that you can take today. So reach out. We're glad to jump on a call and tell you all about our program for your team. Okay.